Start recording. Okay.
I'm interested in messing around with that a little bit. So one thing I am really happy about is that the testnet side of things seems to have stabilized and is just running, clicking on along like it's supposed to. It's just the main net that I'm waiting on it to get up, up to tip.
Yeah, I mean, it's being stuck on that problem since it restored from the snapshot. So it will be progressing from epoch 290. Now, if you check it, it will probably say it's syncing from that epoch. So it's 6 epochs behind the tip right now, and it will take some hours to catch up. But it's that's something we need to. I don't know why it's. Gio, did you have that problem? First time you deploy mainnet, it restores the snapshot. It somehow, when DBSync starts, it cannot. I think it's socket, which cannot set up the socket file correctly.
Yeah, I think in that case was that there was still the socket file lying around and it wasn't deleted. And another time, what happened was that this thing happened like yesterday or the day before. I think it was Hasura trying to do something with the HTTP catalog table, something, and it was hammering PostgreSQL and basically locking up the DB. So if you are in a position where you are trying to complete a sync and something is not working, just tear everything down, just keep PostgreSQL and DB sync. And if tests necessary, even restart DB sync. And then scale down Hasura and scale down, what's the other guy? GraphQL. So that DB sync has the freedom of having 100% of PostgreSQL just for it. And then just do whatever it has to do. And then that should work. Actually happened to me. I needed just to basically shut down Hasura. And then DB sync started again as a rocket.
Yeah, I don't think I've been actually successful.
Yeah, that's something that happened on the early days of GraphQL. I had to scale down GraphQL. I mean, deploy the deployment, Kubernetes deployment, but have it with 0 replicas until DBSync actually sync it to the tip, and then I could start it without problem. So this is something we will have to deal with, and it's annoying, but and I developed some workaround in the past, then had to remove it because it caused some other problem. It wasn't convenient. So these are the type of things I'm not sure how we are gonna deal with when we need to upgrade our deployments. I would say if you run on bare metal, it's really inconvenient because you will probably won't have enough hardware to deploy this on a blue-green fashion like you did in the cloud, Gio. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a hassle. But yeah, meanwhile, we can set it up, cross our fingers for it to run smoothly as it's doing when, as your deploying is doing on testnet, Steven. That's currently the case. I don't have any problems on the community service right now. People is using it. It's not crashing and not recovering like it did in previous versions. So I have hopes that we can run the thing without too much trouble and then deploy on fresh hardware or fresh instances whenever we need to upgrade the thing, because it's not something we can easily automate and will differ, procedure will differ between versions. Yeah. Just I'm just warning, just to get you psychologically ready for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not getting a whole lot of errors on mainnet now. When I run log.
That's perfect. That will be what we expected after restoring the snapshot. But for some reason, Cardano node socket is not available to the DB-Sync when it first starts. It won't recover, and that's something related to our SOCAT socket setup.
Oh.
Yeah, by the moment we need to do that manually. I will try to work on a fix, dig into it. I thought coming patch, my friend Camin sent me a patch for the cleanup on the configure container, which is the one that restores the snapshot. And then he killed the SOCAT for that container in a different way, and told me that helped testnet putting up cleanly, but it seems it doesn't work for mainnet. So yeah, we'll look into it and ask him. But it's good that we can reproduce the problem. I'm glad that you had the same problem than me, Steve. We'll work it out. I think, Tom, you managed to expose the endpoint under the public DNS, right? You are.
Yeah.
Have you found any problem? Is it syncing correctly since then?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have been having sync problems. The one that we got the DNS thing on.
It's syncing smoothly, and it's exposed, right?
It's exposed, but it never really synced. I don't think you can hear me, Roberto.
Your problems, or it's me? It's Discord. It's me, right?
I think so.
Have you muted him directly again? Because that was an issue last time.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can. So.
Good. So yeah, I had some problems. We did get it communicating, but I never got to see the complete sync. And then I took several days off, and today I looked, and yeah, it seemed, I don't know, it was syncing very, very slowly. Because that was the one that didn't do the snapshot, and then the one I did the snapshot with, that one, it just kind of crashed. I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys about like the load you're experiencing with mainnet, or what kind of hardware you're using, because maybe it's just because I'm still syncing, but it definitely slows down my machines once it's up and running.
Yeah, so maybe you are hitting the same problem that Geo, which is Hasura locking up the database and slowing down a hell thing.
maybe something like that. Yeah. But so, anyways, I'm redeploying the one right now from I'm following Casso's guide that he posted, and so I'm redoing that one, and I'm kind of scoping out what's going on the other one. So no perfectly nice running mainnet yet, but I took like the whole last week off. I've been away from crypto.
That's always a good thing. Because this is like a 24/7 job.
It's crazy. Yeah, it really is.
So this is my home setup where I deployed testnet and mainnet, and they catch it up without problem. I can share also this.
Roberto, if you're sharing your screen, I don't think I can see it.
No, I share. I share.
Screenshots.
Ah, okay, cool. Thanks, thanks.
So, Roberto, I do want to know how you're getting these cool little. You got to share with me how you're getting this stuff.
Yeah, that's an easy one. This K-top is here. And it's whenever we reintegrate Grafana and Prometheus, we will have the beautiful dashboards for it. But meanwhile, I use K-top in the same page top or Linux top fashion, and it's convenient to gather some metrics. Yeah, so those are my two deploys as on these mini PCs. They are not even consuming all the memory, and they are badly spread. I mean, Cardano DB Sync is on the same node for both networks. Also, Postgres is on the same node for both networks. Cardano node, it's on the same node for both networks. So, yeah, the heavy services are sharing the same hardware, but they are doing well. They don't seem to have any problem. It will crash on the cloud. On a Scaleway, you cannot share these 16 gigabytes of RAM, 8 cores. It will crash. Whether it will be Cardano node, DB Sync, Postgres, or all of them run on it. But here in bare metal, that's it. So yeah, you can check the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th column is the node where the services are running. I know Caso managed to expose the nodes, and so Don, I think it's you the only one I need to ask if I can lend a hand on anything.
So after last week, I just got my testnet up to sync. Was happy that after a day or so, I think it was. And haven't done an awful lot since then. So I've got a second. I'm still working in AWS for now. So I've got a second machine imaged and building at the moment. which I'll run as testnet. The minimum requirements on main. Sorry, did I say testnet on mainnet? Minimum requirements on mainnet in cloud is 24 CPUs. Is that right? In 24
You know, it's. I don't know when I wrote that. I think I wrote that just because it's what I was using on the Scaleway, actually.
Okay.
Just zooming all the instances, but I don't think you will need that much virtual CPUs. RAM,
Okay.
yeah, probably yes. You will need some extra RAM. You know, when CPUs are not fast enough, processes are queued, memory obviously, and you need this extra RAM to how you say to
cope with it, mitigate, reduce
yeah
the effect.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So plan is to get
So-
mainnet running on there, and then leave it syncing for the next couple of days, and then order my bare metal and build on there.
Cool.
No, I've been built twice, so it should be smooth once I get there. But that's a hope anyway.
Cool. So I wanted to propose something that, given we are really busy and we are slowly progressing, maybe having this call bi-weekly. What do you think? You can hit me anytime when you get anything, and I'd be glad to help. But yeah, I think it's more convenient for everyone to not to lose too much.
Yeah, that's okay for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, no problem.
I will. Okay, I will update the calendar from Gibble Labs. You know, if you have that imported, or you can re-import the event from there, and that's it. Okay. Oh,
But
hello AWG.
Yeah, it's Angela. Hey, Angie. Oh, hi, Angela. Roberto, quick question. I think it would be awesome. Well, for one, if we could pin the correct link to the mirror board,
Yeah.
that would be helpful. Yeah, just to be able to find it quicker. And then within the mirror board, I think it'd be cool if we can if we can sort of create a table with the different stages, sort of in the same way so far we have the different bits of equipment that the different people are sort of using. I think actually which stage the person is at would be a cool kind of representation, right? Because obviously, my one, out of like the 10 different stages, how about like 4 or something? And people like Steve and
I
Gio.
will. What will that help us to? I mean, I don't want to introduce like too much bureaucracy to this. I mean, the stage. If you mean the stage for each deployment, I would rather. I mean, we are a few people, so it's kind of easy to track where everyone is at. If you are having trouble, like, okay, I'm stuck at deploying K3D, that's not that's not really useful. That's just maybe add the is it ready or not in terms of is it publicly accessible, so we can direct traffic. That's something.
You're really breaking up, Roberto. Wait, is it just me? Is it signal on my end, or can you guys... Huh, it might be just me.
Yeah, I try to reconnect. This now says I have
Much better.
green video connection. Yeah, so I was saying that maybe adding if the endpoints are ready or not, at which URL, that might help. And in the end, we all serve this behind the same hostname, which is the community service one. But
Yeah, I mean, my thinking behind it was, for example, the issues I had sort of come across were quite specific, and Steve, given that he's doing it on a Mac as well.
Yeah, so for those, I will ask you to feed the issues list on GitLab rather than feeding a mirrorboard, because I think it's more useful for bodies like the one that reported the ingress issue, which, by the way, I fixed it from the last call. We can now use the latest Kubernetes version. It won't complain about the YAML file being obsolete. But that's just my opinion.
Cool. Yeah, the Git environment makes a lot of sense, but in terms of just high bandwidth, like it's a lot quicker to look at a table and be like, oh, okay, especially as you said, because there's fewer people, being able to be like, oh, okay, traverse that and be like, oh, okay, compared to being able to find that within Git. I suppose what I'm saying is like there's trade-offs, right? And thinking into the future as more people, sort of join on. At this point in time, it might maybe this is the way I think. For me, visualizing something, which again in this case isn't actually all that overwhelming, would be helpful for me. And again, this might just be a thing that I'll do myself, to visualize that, then to be able to figure out, okay, I'm able to sort of have a good zoomed out perspective on this, and then sort of transfer it to the Git environment, because from a Git environment, like, it would be tricky to sort of branch out different people's implementations, within the Git environment, but being able to sort of see it from a sort of table perspective, at least for me, would make sense. But yeah, I completely take your point about Git.
I mean, what I was saying when we both were cutting up is that maybe having a green or red flag on the cards that would help to know, if we are okay or we are having troubles. But I wouldn't add technical information here because it's just not really helpful, maybe. Does that work for you? Like a middle ground?
Yeah, sure.
I'm adding my my information for my both deployments. Just in case someone wants to check anything, you can use this. I think we are lacking Giovanni there. I will add details for his deployment. So I don't want to take too much of your time. If even if you want to try and deploy the ingresses that are needed to reach your IP using the community service DNS name, I can't help you with that now if you don't have any time. Right now, you want to do it any other time, it's fine. Now that I know that you fixed mainnet, I'm much more ready and relaxed. um, it's up to you. I'm gonna update the details for Giovanni. Afterwards, we'll take a break for dinner.
Yeah, I'm not able to edit my card.
Oh, you are mute. You are not able.
No, go ahead, Aldrich.
Not even using.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've signed in, but I'm still not able. So I'm not sure whether it's like I'm on the wrong link or I don't know. It's a bit tricky, but never mind. I'll try and figure it out. Go ahead, Aldrich.
Yeah, so I have a fully qualified domain name that I can use rather than using an IP.
You don't.
Because my IP
Right,
address is not static; it's dynamic.
Right, that will help then. Yep. I added dynamic DNS configuration to my router yesterday, and I think Caso also did that. No,
No, yeah.
just to let you know, we have the same router and it works with noip.com. It works.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, great. Then, okay. And we need to add to your Kubernetes deploy extra ingresses, so the web server responds to your hostname and to the official community service hostname. To do this virtual hosting under the same IP. That's one question you had for me because you wanted to run some other service.
I'm over that. I was just it would have been really cool if I could have lit up a couple of other web servers, but I'm totally over that. It's just it doesn't matter. It was just it was a toy.
Okay. Anyways, that's the way you do it. You set up a web server that inspects the host header for each HTTP request and routes the traffic to whatever backend it has configured. And in Kubernetes, all you need to do is apply another YAML file with extra ingresses with extra hosts. So if you want to use your host name, that is something I will recommend anyone deploying this and planning to develop anything on top of it. Use your own Dandelion, but then have the network as backup. And yeah, so we can add extra ingresses for your hostname and for the community service, so I can route traffic to you, and it will be.
When do you?
Accepted.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to have everybody on the call listen to you and I work our way through this. So, we should probably figure out a time, tomorrow or the day after that we can.
I can even share with you the YAML files. You can just apply them. Actually, I should upload them to the Git repository, so everybody that wants to actually contribute to the community service can use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I want to all you. Hey, did you manage to write? I'm seeing your card changing. I guess it's you.
Yes, yeah. It was a wrong link. Yeah. So yeah, I think if we pin the correct link, that would sort of help future lack of confusion.
Will do. Okay. So, see you in a couple of weeks.
So is it decided that
the
it's
chat.
gonna be fortnightly or every 2 weeks?
I saw some thumbs up.
Yeah.
I think I saw majority up. So
Okay, cool. I just clarify because
took it for granted.
okay, yeah, because last time this was an idea, it ended up sort of changing. So I just wanted to clarify. Cool, awesome.
Yep. Okay. I think I got Giovanni on the cards. I can put Steve on green and Castle. So, and I will say one of Tom's deployment is also green. But we'll hold it up.
Awesome, nice and short and sweet.
Okay. Then I can webcam to say goodbye to it.
All right, cool, man. Thanks, Roberto. Thanks, everyone else. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. See you.
Bye, guys.